I keep biting my gums. Jesus, I don't have any more gums. Oh my god, horrible. Completamente horrible, horrible. Oh my god, Jesus, I don't have any gums left. Do you know how you can chew your own gums when you chew gum?
Not really.
Oh no. Then you're like Superman. Oh my god, I just chewed up my own gums like there's no tomorrow. Oh my
Anyway,
god. Anyway, so getting back to reinforced learning. So as far as I know, it's no, it can't really be that. Okay, so how do you make it win a game? Like if it wants to, how do you tell it that you want it to get the maximum score? How do you tell it? So I would say basically you create a network, you let it play, it gets a score. No, you create at every iteration you create multiple networks. They all play simultaneously, and then you take the one that gets the highest score and you make 10 copies of it with random modifications. And again, you let them play each other. And again, you take the one that wins with the highest score, you dump the rest, you replicate the one that got the highest score with minor random, what do you call it? Mutations. And again, they play
okay,
again. And you do this again and again.
okay.
Isn't that reinforcement learning?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think there was anything better. I don't know if there's any other way to judge. And with I would say with AI, like when you log in, you're not using the same AI as everybody else. There's 10 on every given day at any given moment. There's 10 AIs, and then they see which one is best performing using human they have metrics to decide which one is the best performer. At the end of each day, they copy that, make random modifications, make 10 copies, random modifications, and again, let those serve the public. So every day you make, this is very similar to Darwinistic evolution. That's how I would do it, but I don't think that's how they do it. Time to say good. Let me see. Reinforcement learnings. Can you see my screen?
Kinda, not very well though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Time to. Why? No, you shouldn't need this. This is Wikipedia. Oh, dark. This is dark Wikipedia. Look, agent, action, environment, interpreter, reward, state, agent. The typical framing of a reinforcement learning RL scenario. An agent takes actions in an environment which is interpreted into a reward and state representation, which are fed back. I don't understand. Reinforcement learning is an interdisciplinary area of machine learning and optimal control concerned with how an intelligent agent should take actions in a dynamic environment in order to maximize a reward signal. Reinforcement learning is one of the three basic machine learning paradigms alongside unsupervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised, unsupervised. Q learning, this is at its simplest stores data in table. Q learning, I guess, is reinforcement. Is a model-free reinforcement. Okay. Oh my god, this is impossible to understand. This approach becomes infeasible as the number of state actions increases, e.g., if the state space or action space were continuous, as the probability of the agent visiting a particular state. I don't know what's going on. Do you want to see a video? It doesn't matter. Are you there? I'm tired.
I'm here. Yeah. What's the video about?
No, I'm saying, do you want to continue studying pytorch? You don't have to study. Just watch me. Or you don't want to do that?
I don't know. You do it, and I'll hang around for a bit.
I'm actually falling asleep, which is very weird. Why am I falling asleep? It's so early. Oh, it's Friday. Maybe that's the reason. Oh my god, I'm tired. Trinity. Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Me too.
I'm tired. Maybe I'll go to sleep and then I'll wake up and continue studying because I'm really tired. God, I'm so tired. Oh my god. All right. Let's continue. The estudiamento. Okay, so PyTorch fundamental exercises. We've done this.
PyTorch fundamentals exercises. So now you can go through all the exercises. This will be the same for every module on the course and test your knowledge. Now, it is open book. You can use the notebook and example solutions. You can go back to the extras before having a look at the solution, reading based. So spend 1 hour going through the PyTorch basics of the class. Massive effort on finishing the PyTorch fundamentals.
Don't care.
Things. And if you'd like to open this in Colab and work on it, how can you do that? Well, you can copy this link here.
That's the same thing. We've
now,
done it.
It is open book. You can always reference back. Solutions, but again, I would encourage an extracurricular.
Done. All right. This is actually literally chapter 2.
Friends, welcome back to the PyTorch workflow module. And let's have a look at what we're going to get into. So this is a PyTorch workflow. And I say a, how cool was that animation? Because it's one of many. When you get into deep learning machine learning, you'll find that there's a fair few ways to do things. But here's the rough outline of what we're going to do. We're going to get our data ready, turn it into tensors, because remember, a tensor can represent almost any kind of data. We're going to pick or build or pick a pre-trained model. We'll pick a loss function optimizer. Don't worry if you don't know what they are. We're going to cover this. We're going to build a training loop, fit the model to make a prediction. So fit the model to the data that we have. We'll learn how to evaluate our models. We'll see how we can improve their experimentation. And we'll save and reload our trained model. So if you wanted to exploit your model from a notebook and use it somewhere else, this is what you want to be doing. So where can you get help? Probably the most important thing is to follow along with the code. We'll be coding all of this together. Remember motto number 1, if in doubt, run the code. Try it for yourself. That's how I learn best. Is I write code, I try it, I get it wrong, I try again, and keep going until I get it right. Read the doc string, because that's going to tell you some documentation about the functions that we're using. So on a Mac, you can use shift command and space in Google Colab, or if you're on Windows PC, it might be control here. If you're still stuck, try searching for it. You'll probably come across resources such as Stack Overflow or the PyTorch documentation. We've already seen this a whole bunch, and we're probably going to see a lot more throughout this entire course, actually, because that's going to be the ground truth of everything PyTorch. Try again, and finally, if you're still stuck, ask a question. So the best place to ask a question will be at the PyTorch Deep Learning /discussions tab. And then if we go to GitHub, that's just under here. So Mr. Devo PyTorch Deep Learning, this is all the course materials. You'll see here, this is your ground truth for the entire course. And then if you have a question, go to the discussions tab, new discussion, you can ask a question there. And don't forget to please put the video and the code that you're trying to run, and that way we can reference what's going on and help you out there. And also, don't forget, there is the book version of the course. So learnpytorch.io. By the time you watch this video, I'll probably have all the chapters here. But here's what we're working through. This is what the videos are based on. All of this. We're going to go through all of this. How fun is that? But this is just reference material. So you can read this at your own time. We're going to focus on coding together. And speaking of coding, let's code. I'll see you over at Google Colab.
Getting set up and what we are schmothering.
Alrighty. Let's get hands-on with some code. I'm going to come over to colab.research.google.com. You may already have that bookmark. And I'm going to start a new notebook. We're going to do everything from scratch here. We'll let this load up. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Beautiful. And now I'm going to title this 01 PyTorch workflow. And I'm going to put the video ending on here so that you know that this notebook's from the video. Why is that? Because in the course resources, we have the original notebook here, which is what this video notebook's going to be based off. You can refer to this notebook as reference for what we're going to go through. It's got a lot of pictures and beautiful text annotations. We're going to be focused on code in the videos. And then, of course, you've got the book version of the notebook as well, which is just a different formatted version of this exact same notebook. So I'm going to link both of these up here. Let's write in here. PyTorch workflow. And let's explore an example PyTorch end-to-end workflow. And then I'm going to put the resources. So ground truth notebook. We go here. And I'm also going to put the book version. Book version of notebook. And finally, ask the question, which will be where? At the discussion stage. And we'll go there. Beautiful. Let's turn this into Markdown. So let's get started. Let's just jump right in and start what we're covering. So this is the trend I want to start getting towards, is rather than spending a whole bunch of time going through keynotes and slides, I'd rather we just code together and then we explain different things as they need to be explained. Because that's what you're going to be doing if you end up writing a lot of PyTorch, is you're going to be writing code and then looking things up as you go. So I'll get out of these extra tabs. I don't think we need them. Just these two will be the most important. So what we're covering, let's create a little dictionary so we can check this if we wanted to later on. So referring to our PyTorch workflows, at least the example one that we're going to go through, which is just here. So we're going to go through all 6 of these steps, maybe a little bit of each one, but just to see it going from this to this. That's what we're really focused on. Then we're going to go through the rest of the course, like really dig deep into all of these. So what we're covering, number 1, is data preparing and loading. Number 2 is we're going to see how we can build a machine learning model in PyTorch or a deep learning model. And then we're going to see how we're going to fit our model to the data. So this is called training. So fit is another word. As I said in machine learning, there's a lot of different names for similar things. Kind of confusing, but we'll pick it up with time. So we're going to, once we train the model, we're going to see how we can make predictions and evaluate those predictions. Evaluating a model, if you make predictions, often referred to as inference. I typically say making predictions, but inference is another very common term. And then we're going to look at how we can save and load a model. And then we're going to put it all together. So a little bit different from the visual version we have of the PyTorch workflow. If we go back to here, I might zoom in a little. There we go. So we're going to focus on this one later on, improve through experimentation. We're just going to focus on the getting data ready, building the model, fitting the model, evaluating the model, save and reload. So we'll see this one more like in depth later on, but I'll hint at different things that you can do for this while we're working through this workflow. And so let's put that in here. And then if we want to refer to this later, we can just go what we're covering. Now this is going to connect, of course. Beautiful. We can refer to this later on if we want to. And we're going to start by import torch. We're going to get PyTorch ready to go, import NN. So I'll write a note here. NN, we haven't seen this one before, but we're going to see a fair few things that we haven't seen, but that's okay. We'll explain it as we go. So NN contains all of PyTorch's building blocks for neural networks. And how will we learn more about TorchNN? Well, here's how I learned about PyTorch documentation. Beautiful. Look at all these. These are the basic building blocks for graphs. Now, when you see the word graph, it's referring to a computational graph, which is, in the case of neural networks, just look up a photo of a neural network. Images. This is a graph. So if you start from here, you're going to go towards the right. There's going to be many different pictures. So yeah, this is a good one. Input layer. You have hidden layer 2, output layer. So TorchNN comprises of a whole bunch of different layers. So you can see layers. And each one of these, you can see input layer. Hidden layer 1, hidden layer 2. So it's our job as data scientists and machine learning engineers to combine these Torch.NN building blocks to build things such as these. Now, it might not be exactly like this, but that's the beauty of PyTorch, is that you can combine these in almost any different way to build any kind of neural network you can imagine. So let's keep going. That's Torch.NN. Rather than just talk about it. And we're going to need matplotlib because what's our other motto? Our data explorers motto is visualize. And let's check out PyTorch version. PyTorch version, Torch, what version? So this is just to show you, you'll need at least this version. So 1.10 plus CUDA 111. That means that we've got CU sent to CUDA. That means we've got access to CUDA. We don't have a GPU on this runtime because we haven't gone to GPU. We might do that later. So if you have a version that's lower than this, say 1.8.
Okay, let me just write it down. Time to say goodbye. I don't think I need this. I don't care about this. I'm gonna open file, new notebook, and we get rid of this notebook. I don't care. Are you still here? Oh, you're still here. Okay.
Yes, I'm still here, yeah.
Let me check my YouTube channel. Where's my YouTube channel? Time to. Do you like my mouse, Chanel? Do you love my mouse? Okay, are you there, senor? Are you there?
I can't see your mouse. Where's your mouse?
Here.
Oh, yeah, the green, yeah.
Isn't it amazing? Amazing. Look, it's amazing. Yeah. I love it so much. Anyway.
I can't really see your video. When I click on the thing, it just goes black.
Look, you know.
So I can't see it in full screen.
I'm sorry. Okay, 01. What did he say after that? Did he give us the name? PyTorch workflow video. Okay. PyTorch work. Okay, import torch. What's the next one? From torch import NN. From torch import. By the way, I turned off the who came.
Turn off the what now?
Oh, Linus. Hello, Lioness. Hello, Lioness.
Are you cheating?
What do you
on
mean?
me, Slap.
How am I cheating on you? How? Cyber Angel is a guy.
Yeah, I'm a guy.
He's a guy. He's a
I'm a
guy.
guy. I'm a guy.
You there, Linus, Dev wife?
Hi.
Hi. Dev wife, do you still
Are you
believe?
cheating?
No, what do you mean? Of course not. But what do you mean? Why would you say so? Can you hear me? Dev wife, can you hear me?
It's it's because you are with another VC with another woman.
Who? Cyber Angel is a dude.
I'm a dude.
It's the face of evil. He's my friend.
I am the face of evil.
Yeah, we study AI together. We're doing Python, PyTorch. You want to study?
Are you trying to trick me?
No, Cyber Angel, say hello.
Hello.
Say something else.
Can you hear me?
Keep talking, keep talking. Say something
What will I talk
longer.
about? I don't know what to talk about. Like
Say that you're a
Like what?
dude. Dude, you're a dude.
I'm a dude.
Yeah.
I'm a dude.
Yeah. Tell her that you're an
Uh,
A. He's AI. He's my AI guy. We do AI together.
We're studying PyTorch on this 27-hour long course,
Here's the
Zero to
course.
Mastery, on YouTube.
You can join us, Devon. Hello, Gory Trim.
Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Slave. How you doing, man?
Phenomenal. Linus, okay, we're going to continue the studying. You can follow us. If you have any questions, you can ask. Do you want to discuss 9/11 truth?
wait,
What?
Gory.
Goy?
Oh
What?
man.
Oh, him? That guy?
Yeah. Gory has Tourette's.
Oh, yeah, I met like a big anti-Semite on Discord who has Tourette's. It's like when I
And
meet
I just wanted to ask him how it feels to have Tourette's. But I
Oh,
missed my chance.
I mean, what is he going to say? It's the same as like maybe having hiccups, you know? It's like always having a hiccup, I guess. Linus,
Yeah,
how's
but I'm not
mm,
always having a hiccup though.
yeah. Anyway, Linus, have you found a husband? Linus, are you going to talk? Because we want, if you're not going to talk, we're going to go study. Oh, okay. Whenever you're ready to talk, we're here. Okay.
Mm,
What? You want to talk?
it
Eh,
tastes good.
It tastes good. What do you eat? What are you having? Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Taquitos.
Tequila? What? Tequila? What? Tequilos? Tequilos? What are you having? Boodaloo.
Taquitos.
Tortillos? Tortillo? What? Cyber Angel, did you understand what Linus was saying? Tortillos? What? With avocado? Okay. Oh,
No,
you
just taquitos.
I don't know what a taquito is. Okay, you can eat and stay with us, but we're gonna be a little bit boring right now because we're doing Schmorch. Okay, from torch import NN. Okay, we did that, and then import map to what? Mat. Oh, like MATLAB. Plot lib. Oh, she left. Oh, okay. So import matplotlib pyplot. Are you gonna remember this? Dot pyplot plot pipe lot. Oh, pyplot SPLT. Oh, are you gonna remember this? Cyber
I
Schmengel.
can't see your screen, dude. It's just black. Like I don't know what I can't see it.
Well, oh my god. Do you know how much energy I'm expending? I'm like at 3,000% energy expenditure right now just to keep up with myself. Import mat plot lib. Oh my god. Import.
You can look at the manual if you cover reading it. You know.
No, I
Doesn't it have like a
refuse. Pi plot.
documentation and stuff?
No. As what? As PLT, I think, yeah? Okay, and then torch version. Time to say goodbye. Connecting. Okay, we're looking at I'm looking. Oh, it's connected. Okay, and it failed. Okay, torch version failed. Why did torch version fail? Oh, torch dot version. Why didn't you tell me? Why do you want me to fail? Obviously, you want my what do you call the opposite of benefit? Detriment. 2.51 plus CU124. Jesus. So we're way ahead of him.
Because we haven't gone to GPU, we might do that later. So if you have a version that's lower than this, say 1.8.0, you'll want PyTorch 1.10 at least. If you have a version higher than this, your code should still work. But that's about enough for this video. We've got our workflow ready to set up, our notebook, our video notebook. We've got the resources, we've got what we're covering, we've got our dependencies. Let's, in the next one, get started on 1, data, preparing and loading. I'll see you in the next video.
I bought this delicious onion-based bread that you cannot believe how delicious and nutritious it is. Creating a simple data set using the linear regression formula. Simple data set. Okay. Using linear regression formula, we're gonna create a data set. Okay.
Let's now get on to the first step of our PyTorch.
I'm assuming he's just gonna create a y equals mx plus b, but he's going to create the data which will be randomly distributed around, like he'll use a normal distribution to pick data points around y equals mx plus b.
My phone is going dead, and I gotta go eat something. I'll chat to you later.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Time to say goodbye. La la la. Oh, when you can watch this.
Workflow, and that is data, preparing and loading. Now, I want to stress, data can be almost anything in machine learning. I mean, you could have an Excel spreadsheet, which is rows and columns, nice and formatted data. You could have images of any kind. You could have videos. I mean, YouTube has lots of data. You could have audio, like songs or podcasts. You could have even DNA these days. Patterns in DNA are starting to get discovered by machine learning. And then, of course, you could have text, like what we're writing here. And so what we're going to be focusing on throughout this entire course is the fact that machine learning is a game of 2 parts. So 1, get data into a numerical representation. 2, build a model to learn patterns in that numerical representation. Of course, there's more around it. Yes. I understand you can get as complex as you like, but these are the main 2 concepts. And machine learning, when I say machine learning, same goes for deep learning. You need some kind of, numerical. I like that word. Numerical representation. And if you want, I've got a nice pretty picture that describes that. Machine learning, a game of 2 parts. Let's refer to our data. Remember, data can be almost anything. These are our inputs. So the first step that we want to do is create some form of numerical encoding in the form of tensors to represent these inputs. How this looks will be dependent on the data, depending on the numerical encoding you choose to use. Then we're going to build some sort of neural network to learn a representation, which is also referred to as patterns, features, or weights within that numerical encoding. It's going to output that representation, and then we want to do something with that representation. Such as in the case of this, we're doing image recognition, image classification. Is it a photo of ramen or spaghetti?
Hello, Frenchman.
Bro, are you good, bro?
Yeah, I'm just very tired. Like my brain is shutting down, but it's really early. I can't go to sleep. Does not hate Jews anymore. 3 days ago, Putin supported not what? Not Peterson. Did not vote. Hates Israel. The Jews are murdering the babies. Okay, whatever. Yeah, man. What do you got? What do you got for me? Agnostic.
Well,
What?
actually, what's happening in Gaza is good.
What do you mean? What's happening in Gaza is good? Like that's like not English. What? What's happening?
Like, well,
Mm-hmm.
it is English, but
Mm-hmm.
essentially, what's going to happen with Trump and everything is good because
Like what?
you have to look at it from this, right?
What's happening? Tell me
These
first what's
people,
happening. What
well,
do you
what's going to happen is, it's kind of distracting hearing my own voice. Let me turn it up. Okay. Yeah. So what's going to happen in Gaza is essentially Trump, he's going to use the military to buy the thing, right? He's going to displace a whole 2 million population, and the U.S. is going to own the Gaza Strip.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen.
I mean, I would,
And it's
I would, I would say,
because
I would say it a little bit differently. The U.S. is going to purchase Gaza from Israel probably for $1. That's the way I see it. What? I didn't mean
it's
for that to
like,
be a joke. I mean, I'm just restating what you said in more formal terms.
of course. Yeah, that's essentially what's going to happen. I mean, like, if you're displacing the entire population of people, right? They therefore forfeit ownership of the land, right? It's
Forfeit?
kind of like
What?
what happened to the Native American. It's kind of like what happened to the Native Americans
It's
whenever
not.
they got,
It's
you know.
it's actually not important if the Palestinians get deported or not. Is not important. What's important is that it's going to become a U.S. territory. So once they misbehave, these are U.S. citizens or half-baked citizens that America can do with them whatever it wants. It's not. It's no longer going to be an international affair. It's going to be an U.S. internal affair. So it's going to be basically riots.
Mm. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be, dude. I don't even think they want it to be a territory, bro. Because
No,
like these people are gonna like terrorize the U.S.
no. I mean, that's like saying the gangs in the cities are terrorizing the U.S. Okay, but the gangs are no
Gangs are
match. The gangs are no
a
match for.
radical religious group.
It doesn't matter. The gangs, whatever. You had a problem of Muslim extremists in America that you no longer have. The problem went away. The FBI went into the mosques, found out the most extreme elements, took care of them. Filed complaints, put them in jail. There's laws against this behavior. So the U.S. knows how to do this. Israel is about a bunch of leftist idiots. Israel is basically Bibi Netanyahu is basically the way a Democrat runs a Democrat city. That's the way Bibi Netanyahu runs Israel. He's like a leftist, basically. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to punish. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to activate the FBI to de-radicalize the most extreme. Anyway, the U.S. knows exactly how to do this. The U.S. has proved that it's able to do it. Right? You no longer have Muslim extremists in America. It's gone. Poof. So America knows how to deal with this. It dealt with it in 2 seconds. As soon as America realized, oh, we have a problem, 2 seconds later, poof, problem solved. Next. That's America. That's the reason everyone loves America, because America is an amazing system. The system is perfect. I mean, relative to any other system. So if America takes over Gaza, okay, between the FBI, it's gonna be the FBI's problem because it's internal affairs. There's going to be an FBI, and there's going to be there's not even going to be a military. It's just going to be FBI and police and FBI and police, and they're going to have they know their business. They're going to go into the mosques. They're going to find out the most extreme elements. Now these elements have to deal with American law. American law. I mean, Israel could have done this, but Israel is a bunch of losers, pathetic losers. Don't know how to run a country. They run everything into the ground. That's why they're so poor. But once it becomes a U.S. Territory, federal laws apply. FBI, FBI is going to recruit Palestinians that want to be FBI agents. They're going to go into the mosques. They know exactly where to go. They go in the middle of the night into the home. Hello, sir. Come with us, please. Hello, sir. Here, we have these charges against you. Now, either you cooperate with us to bring down the bigger boss, the bigger fish, or you go to jail. Well, what's your choice? And, he's going to do a simple calculation. And, in 2 seconds, literally 2 seconds, Gaza is a US, a perfect US territory. No problem. Hello, Ashish. What do you think, Frenchman? What do you got? What's your reaction?
Oh, Mr. Flag,
Hello,
what's
Mr.
up?
Hello, Ashish. What's up with you? What do you think about the Gaza affair? What do you think of Gaza? You like Gaza?
Uh, uh, I don't have so much information about Gaza, so I'm neutral about it.
Oh, okay. You live in Mumbai?
Yeah, I'm from Mumbai.
Very nice, very nice. So you have a channel?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but it contains zero videos.
How do you have 0 videos and 1,000 subscribers? How do you do that?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but I have deleted all my videos due to copyright strike.
What do you mean? You copied your videos from somebody else?
Uh, no more. Some people are jealous of me. They send some fraud, false copyright to my channel, and it affects my channel's TRP. So I've deleted all of them.
Okay. So when are you going to make new videos?
I'm thinking about it, so I'll
Okay.
I'll make some videos after June or July. So
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good.
yeah,
Anyway, so you're a philosopher?
yeah, I'm philosopher. My side is like I'm basically following Greek philosophies, Western philosophies, just like existentialism, absurdism, nihilism.
Wait, wait,
It
wait,
is
wait.
like my
Wait. Absurdism?
yeah.
What is absurdism?
Basically, this philosophy is given by Albert Camus and German philosopher. It is like the world has no meaning. World is absurd. Your existence is absurd.
That I
It's
don't know.
like
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? What's the
absurd means
Yeah, what's the definition of absurd?
absurd means nothing. It's like
That doesn't make any
uh,
sense. I don't understand. Mm-hmm.
irrelevant. It's like our existence is irrelevant to in terms of environment. In terms of environment, our existence, my existence, your existence,
Mm-hmm.
our family, our, our children,
Mm-hmm.
all of them,
Mm-hmm.
nothing, just a relevant source.
Hmm?
As we have born from nature, and our source is nature. According to Albert Camus, it's not my philosophy. It is given by Albert Camus.
Okay, it doesn't make
So
any
Albert Camus
sense.
says,
It doesn't make any sense because we're away from nature. We don't make any meaning. We don't have any meaning. We don't have.
yeah, I'm- yeah. Just I'm just a philosopher. I read philosophies for fun. You can check my bio. Like I'm not more theist or not I'm atheist. Like I'm an agnostic who follow both theism and atheism, just like in coin. My ideology is basically like I think there must be a god, but we don't know who is that. It should be like like a light or anything. We can't describe that god. Like we don't have
Oh, you couldn't
such
hear me.
mentality or such IQ. Huh.
I was
We don't
self-muted.
have.
No, I don't understand absurdism. I don't understand it. No comprendo. No comprendo. Do you know the
You
song?
can
What? Go ahead.
no you can check absurdism in YouTube.
No, I'm not
You
gonna
can
check anything anywhere. You will explain it to me.
yeah I will. Like this philosophy is just like nihilism. It is like sister of nihilism.
What is
Do you ever
nihilism?
do you
What is
ever
nihilism?
nihilism is also a philosophy by German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. It says your existence, this world is materialistic, and
Okay.
our existence is also materialistic.
What? 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 The
This is
senses?
yeah
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
our
Okay.
yeah our senses is materialistic.
Okay.
Everything is done by ourself is
Okay.
materialistic. That,
Okay.
that's why our existence has no base. And
What?
through this, yeah, as we're living in a materialistic world, and it doesn't have so much source, and we don't know who is the creator of this materialistic world.
I don't
And
understand. I
through
don't understand nihilism. Whatever. I don't understand. I don't understand anything you're saying.
these philosophies are very hard, as we have to study more than one semester on that one chapter of nihilism.
Okay.
We have to
Sounds
take one.
sounds like a
Yeah,
waste of time. What's the benefit of studying all these ideas? What's the benefit?
yeah, just for fun. Like I'm a student of philosophy, and I'm pursuing in philosophies. Like I'm pursuing uh, doctorate in philosophy in
Oh.
PhD philosophy. So it is like my
Do you know? Do you
zone.
know?
So
Do you know my philosophy? It's called rationality. Have you ever heard of it?
yeah, by René Descartes.
Who?
Do you know about René Descartes? He's like father of rationality. He's known as father of rationality. There are many philosophers who give rationalities like Aristotle. If you know about Aristotle, he was Greek philosopher. I think his time period was in BCs.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I think.
no, no, no. My rationality. I invented rationality. I didn't hear rationality from anyone else.
Oh, I think you follow subjective rationality by yourself.
Subjective? What?
There are two types of rationality. First, objective
No, no,
rationality.
no, no, no. It's mine. I invented my rationality. I never heard of anyone
Oh,
else.
that's why subjective rationality is like your own philosophy or your own rationality, which is basics on your logics or your intelligence,
I
which
don't know
based
what.
on your intelligence.
I don't know what you're saying. I invented my own philosophy. I call it rationality or egoism or amoral
Oh,
egoism.
oh, egoism.
Yeah.
There was a philosophy existed like had egoism name hedonism. Do you? I think you don't know about that philosophy.
No, I don't know any. I
This
don't know. I don't read any. I don't read anyone. I don't listen to or read anyone. I don't care about anyone. I invented my philosophy and I'm happy with it.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So where are you?
I'm from New York.
Oh, that's awesome. So you born in which religion or you follow which religion?
I follow my religion, amoral egoism.
Egoism. Yeah. And this by Frenchman.
No,
What about
I
what about
invented it. I never heard anyone else. I don't care about Rene Descartes or anyone else. I don't care. I invented my philosophy. I worked on it. I've been working on it for many years.
Oh, good. I appreciate your work, your think, your ideology.
Well, you didn't even ask me any questions about it. Do you want to?
Like
Okay,
I know you say
what?
say say what you want to say.
No, you don't know anything about it. You're not asking me questions about it. You want?
I
You want?
don't want to know about.
You don't
But
want to
if you
know?
if you,
You don't want to know about my philosophy?
no, I'm joking. If you want to teach me about your philosophy, just teach me about it.
My philosophy says that all creatures in the universe are rational. An amoeba is rational. A virus is rational. Wow, you're making noise. I am rational. You are rational. A little baby is rational. An old man is rational. Hitler was rational. Donald Trump is rational. You're making noise. You're making noise. Am I hot? Am I echoing from you?
Uh, I'm checking my noise suppression, so I will change. Is it okay now?
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so did you hear what I said about rationality?
Is it okay now? My
No,
voice
it's
is now.
making noise. It's that terrible. Very, very terrible. Very, very terrible. Ugh. Time to say goodbye. La,
Bro.
la, la. Do you know this song? La 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 la
So
la
bro,
la.
it's 3:34 in India.
What?
Bro, it's 3:34 a.m. in India. I'm going to sleep.
Okay,
So
bye
good
bye.
night to you.
Thank you. Good night. Bye bye. Time to say goodbye. La, 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 la. La, 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 la.
Is this tweet spam or not spam? Is this audio file saying what it says here? Maybe I'm not going to say this because my audio assistant, that's also named this word here, is close by and I don't want it to go off. So this is our game of two parts. One here is convert our data into a numerical representation, and two here is build a model or use a pre-trained model to find patterns in that numerical representation. So we've got a little stationary picture here, turn data into numbers. Part two, build a model to learn patterns in numbers. So with that being said, now let's create some data to showcase this. So to showcase this, let's create some known data using the linear regression formula. Now, if you're not sure what linear regression is or the formula is, let's have a look. Linear regression formula. This is how I find it. Okay, we have some fancy Greek letters here, but essentially we have y equals a function of x and b plus epsilon. Okay, well, there we go. A linear regression line has the equation in the form of y equals a plus bx. Oh, I like this one better. This is nice and simple. We're going to start from as simple as possible and work up from there. So y equals a plus bx, where x is the explanatory variable and y is the dependent variable. The slope of the line is b, and the slope is also known as the gradient, and a is the intercept. Oh, okay. The value of when x equals 0. Now, this is just text on a page. This is formula on a page. You know how I like to learn things. Let's code it out. So let's write it here. We'll use a linear regression formula to make a straight line with known parameters. I'm going to write this down because parameter is a common word that you're going to hear in machine learning as well. So a parameter is something that a model learns. So for our data set, if machine learning is a game of two parts, we're going to start with this. Number one is going to be done for us because we're going to start with a known representation, a known data set, and then we want our model to learn that representation. This is all just talk. Daniel, let's get into coding. Yes, you're right. Let's do it. So create known parameters. So I'm going to use a little bit different names to what that Google definition did. So weight is going to be 0.7 and bias is going to be 0.3. Now, weight and bias are another common two terms that you're going to hear in neural networks. So just keep that in mind. But for us, this is going to be the equivalent of our weight will be B and our bias will be A. But forget about this for the time being. Let's just focus on the code. So we know these numbers, but we
Time to say goodbye. Who's texting me? That's not it. So it's not from here. So where is it from? I just heard a text coming in. So where is it? Uh, Maybe it's this one? I don't know. I didn't hear anything. Time to.
we want to build a model that is able to estimate these numbers. How? By looking at different examples. So let's create some data here. We're going to create a range of numbers. Start equals 0 and equals 1.
What is he talking about? What is this 0.7.3?
I'm going to create some numbers between 0 and 1, and they're going to have a gap. So the gap is going to be 0.02. Now we're going to create an x variable. Y is x.
He should first draw a line like X and Y and a line and explain to us what he's doing. You can't code without first explaining the visual. Is he insane? Oh shit, did not want to do that.
How? By looking at different examples. So let's create some data here. We're going to create a range of numbers. Start equals 0 and equals 1. We're going to create some numbers between 0 and 1, and they're going to have a gap. So the gap is going to be 0.02. Now we're going to create an x variable. Why is x a capital here? Well, it's because typically x in machine learning you'll find is a matrix or a tensor. And if we remember back to the fundamentals, a capital represents a matrix or a tensor, and a lowercase represents a vector. But in our case, it's going to be a little confusing because x is a vector. But later on, x will start to be a tensor and a matrix. So for now, we'll just keep the capital, not capital notation. I'm going to create a formula here, which is, remember how we said our weight is in this case the b, and our bias is the a. So we've got the same formula here. Y equals weight times x plus bias. Now let's have a look at these different numbers. So we'll view the first 10 of x, and we'll view the first 10 of y. We'll have a look at the length of x, and we'll have a look at the length of y. Wonderful. So we've got some values here.
What the hell did he just do? Well, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Tensor 0.3, 0.31, 32, 34. I mean, everything until now was so easy. Suddenly he has this jump. What just happened? What is he doing? What is he teaching?
We've got 50 numbers of each. It's a little confusing. Let's just view the first 10 of x and y first, and then we can have a look at the lengths here. Plane, x, length, y. So what we're going to be doing is building a model to learn some values, to look at the x values here, and learn what the associated y value is, and the relationship between those. Of course, we know what the relationship is between x and y, because we've coded this formula here. But
what is he talking about? What is going on? What is going on? 440. What is going on? How many comments? 260. That's actually very few comments. Nothing. So all the comments are just nonsense comments. Time to. I'm not following. There's no actual questions. Everything is awesome, awesome, awesome. Amazing. The course is absolutely awesome. One of the best courses. Great. There's no questions here. I'm tired. Wow, this is suddenly a jump.
But you won't always know that in the wild. That is the whole premise of machine learning. This is our ideal output, and this is our input. The whole premise of machine learning is to learn a representation of the input and how it maps to the output. So here are our input numbers, and these are our output numbers. And we know that the parameters of the weight and bias are 0.7 and 0.3. We could have set these to whatever we want, by the way. I just like the numbers 7 and 3. You could set these to 0.9, whatever. The premise would be the same. So, and what I've just done here, I kind of just coded this without talking, but I just did torch A range, and it starts at 0, and it ends at 1, and the step is 0.02.
So these are the x values. This is the x vector. So start, which is 0, end, which is 1, step, which is 0.2. So you have 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.10, 0.12. Okay. Then unsqueeze dim1 means that you take a vector and you make it into a matrix with the second dimension empty. I don't know, whatever. And then the y is just all the x's plus a bias. And the bias he defined upstairs. And the weight he defined upstairs. So he takes the weight times the x plus bias. But there's no randomness. So the value of y, right, it's supposed to be mx plus b. Take all the x's, multiply them by a weight, that would give you some sort of a slope. So weight is the slope, and bias is the y-intercept. And then you say print x, first dimension, I guess. I don't know what is 10. I don't know. He never explained what this printout is.
So there we go. 0, 0, 0, up by 0, 2, 0, 4. And I've unsqueezed it. So what does unsqueeze do? Remove the extra dimensions. Oh, sorry, adds extra dimensions. You're getting confused here. So if we remove that, we get no extra square bracket. But if we add unsqueeze, you'll see that we need this later on for when we're doing models. What?
So he's doing things for later on. Oh my God. This is, oh my God, come on.
Wonderful. So let's just leave it at that. That's enough for this video.
What is this? How are you printing this? What is x10? Why is this just not x and y? I don't get it.
We've got some data to work with. Don't worry if this is a little bit confusing for now. We're going to keep coding on and see
Don't worry if it's a little bit confusing for now. What kind of a course is this? This is worse than university.
what we can do to build a model to infer patterns in this data. But right now, I want you to have a think. This is tensor data, but it's just numbers on a page. What might be a better way to hint? This is a hint, by the way. Visualize it. What's our Data Explorer's motto? Let's have a look at that in the next video. Hint, by the way. Visual. Now, don't worry if this is a little bit. You'll see that we need this later on for when we're doing.
This is absolutely terrible. I'm gonna kill myself right now. Okay, let's do this. All right. Oh, I don't know what he wants to do. I mean, I understand this, so I think I can do it on my own. Let me try and do this. So what you do is you want to define x equals torch range 0, 1.2. So this should print x. Okay, and then you want to say x unsqueeze 1. Isn't it 0, 1? 0, 1.02. Okay. Time to. Okay, so the x unsqueezed. Isn't it too big? Oh, 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. So what did he do? He said x10 He didn't show all of them. Just x10, y10. Okay. Okay. Just show me x. From the beginning to the tenths. Okay. And then y equals mx plus b. Okay. Y equals m, which is, I don't remember, 0.7 plus 0.3. Time to say goodbye. That's it. Okay, so that's all he said to do. Does it end with 60? Yeah, 4260. Yeah, okay.
Models. Wonderful. So let's just leave it at that. That's enough for this video. But right now, I want you to have a think. This is tensor data. Welcome back. In the last video, we created some numbers on a page using the linear regression formula with some known parameters. There's a lot going on here, but that's all right. We're going to keep building upon what we've done and learn by doing. So in this video, we're going to cover one of the most important concepts in machine learning in general. So splitting data into training and test sets. One of the most important concepts in machine learning in general. Now, I know I've said this already a few times, one of the most important concepts, but truly, this is possibly, in terms of data, this is probably the number one thing that you need to be aware of. And if you come from a little bit of a machine learning background, you probably well and truly know all about this. But we're going to recover it anyway. So let's jump in to some pretty pictures. Oh, look at that one. Speaking of pretty pictures, but that's not what we're focused on now. We're looking at the 3 data sets. And I've written down here possibly the most important concept in machine learning, because it definitely is from a data perspective. So the course materials. Imagine you're at university. So this is going to be the training set. And then you have the practice exam, which is the validation set. Then you have the final exam, which is the test set. And the goal of all of this is for generalization. So let's step back. So say you're trying to learn something at university or through this course. You might have all of the materials, which is your training set. So this is where our model learns patterns. And then to practice what you've done, you might have a practice exam. So the mid-semester exam or something like that. Now, let's just see if you're learning the course materials well. So in the case of our model, we might tune our model on this practice exam. So we might find that on the validation set, our model doesn't do too well. And we adjust it a bit, and then we retrain it, and then it does better. Before finally, at the end of semester, the most important exam is your final exam. And this is to see if you've gone through the entire course materials and you've learned some things, now you can adapt to unseen material. And that's a big point here. We're going to see this in practice, is that when the model learns something on the course materials, it never sees the validation set or the test set. So say we started with 100 data points, you might use 70 of those data points for the training material. You might use 15% of those data points, so 15 for the practice, and you might use 15 for the final exam. So this final exam is just like if you're at university learning something, is to see if, hey, have you learned any skills from this material at all? Are you ready to go into the wild, into the quote-unquote real world? And so this final exam is to test your model's generalization, because it's never seen this data, let's define generalization, is the ability for a machine learning model or a deep learning model to perform well on data it hasn't seen before, because that's our whole goal, right? We want to build a machine learning model on some training data that we can deploy in our application or production setting, and then more data comes in that it hasn't seen before, and it can make decisions based on that new data because of the patterns it's learned in it.
1 second, let me check. She never replied. She never saw my messages. Oh, I don't know. Very strange.
In the training set. So just keep this in mind, 3 data sets, training, validation, test. And if we jump in to the Learn PyTorch book, we've got split data. So we're going to create 3 sets, or in our case, we're only going to create 2, a training and a test. Why is that? Because you don't always need a validation set. There is often a use case for a validation set, but the main 2 that are always used is the training set and the testing set. And how much should you split? Well, usually for the training set, you'll have 60 to 80% of your data. If you do create a validation set, you'll have somewhere between 10 and 20. And if you do create a testing set, it's a similar split to the validation set. You'll have between 10 and 20%. So training, always. Testing, always. Validation, often, but not always. So with that being said, I'll let you refer to those materials if you want. But now let's create a training and test set with our data. So we saw before that we have 50 points. We have X and Y. We have 1-to-1 ratio. So one value of X relates to one value of Y. And we know that the split now for the training set is 60 to 80%.
Let me check. Then X. Fuck. 50-50, okay.
And the test set is 10 to 20%. So let's go with the upper bounds of each of these, 80% and 20%, which is a very common split actually, 80-20.
80-20.
So let's go create a train test split. I'm going to go train split. We'll create a number here so we can see how much. So we want an integer of 0.8, which is 80% of the length of X. What does that give us? Train split should be about 40 samples. Wonderful. So we're going to create 40 samples of X and 40 samples of Y. Our model will train on those 40 samples to predict what? The other 10 samples. So let's see this in practice. So X train, Y train equals X, and we're going to use indexing to get all of the samples up until the train split. That's what this column does here. So take X up until the train split, Y up until the train split, and then for the testing. Oh, thanks for that. Autocorrect. So that doesn't necessarily need that one.
Oh.
Next test. Y test.
Oh, maybe it's already late enough to go to sleep. I don't know. I think I'll try to go to sleep, I think. I'm too tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's really bizarre ski. Okay, bye-bye. Libaloom. Alright, bye-bye.